now call this meeting to order on January 31st, Monday of 2011. Today, can we get an adoption of the minutes for today?
Adoption of this week's minutes.
Any seconds?
Second.
And, I guess last week's minutes, I'm sorry, can we redo that? It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so can we get an adoption of last week's minutes?
Adoption of last week's minutes.
Okay, second.
Second.
Okay. And then look over the agenda for today and kind of see what we're going to be talking about. And once then we'll accept those. And we will actually be flipping item number 2 as far as the Executive Board of Election Committee and the Constitution Review. We'll be switching those, so be aware of that. Without further ado, Corey Paris.
Sorry, everyone, for my tardiness. It's good to see everybody. I guess not. Okay. Another note.
We're at the yes vote.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. From here on out, we'll go on and welcome our guest. You can please stand up and introduce yourself and state the reason for joining us today.
My name is Mike Jackson. I'm a student here at GCC. I'm just kind of checking this out, so that everything works around here. That's really about it.
Well, welcome. We're sorry you had to join us today. Okay, this is a tough crowd anyway. But welcome in all seriousness, and thank you for being with us. We greatly appreciate you being here. We'll now move on to Multicultural Night with our advisor, Mindy Kenneman, and I'll yield over 5 minutes to her.
The reason we wanted to talk to you guys about Multicultural Night today, this is an annual campus-wide activity. It's going to be held on Friday, April 1st, and it's just a great way for all of the different students on campus to come out, showcase their unique talents and abilities. I do want to stress, because I know when Amir talks about campus activities, he's going to talk about a talent show. While this is showing off talents, it's showing off cultural talents, so it's kind of like a talent show, but it's not an actual talent show. There's no prizes or anything like that. But it's a great way to come out. You can actually participate in it if you choose to, or come out and just see your fellow students showing off their culture. I know last year we had students from Capoeira Club come out. I know we had some students from Queers and Allies participated, Swing Club danced, all sorts of great cultural opportunities. But the reason I'm talking to you about this today is not to invite you to the event, but to encourage anybody who is interested in helping us plan the event. We meet every Monday at 2 o'clock in the Multicultural office, upstairs across from GEB 233. I shouldn't say upstairs, down around, and then upstairs a little bit. And so if you're interested, you want to get experience of planning an event, or you just want to have some input, ideas, I'd encourage you to come to that. We are going to have tryouts February 21st and 24th, and then the event itself again will be April 1st. But this event is really just, it's a big fun thing. We'll have dinner, which we're trying to see if the Junior Chefs Club here on campus will actually prepare like different cultural food items. And then the event itself kicks off at 7. And it's a fundraiser in part for Invisible Children and some of the other groups on campus. But really it's a fun opportunity to see some things you probably have not seen before. Any questions about it?
You say you guys meet every Monday at 2 o'clock to help plan the event?
Yep.
Where is that located?
It's in the Multicultural office just across from Craig Auditorium.
Is that
GEB.
GEB?
Yep. Any other questions?
All right. Thank you, Mindy. I appreciate that. If there are no more questions, as Mindy has asked before, we'll now move on to the next item in our agenda, and we'll move on to the Vice President giving us the note. Oh. excuse me, we'll move over to the Constitution with the parliamentarian, Mr. Parliamentarian.
Does anyone have the Constitution? I just want to mention some key points on the Constitution for those new senators. First is senator qualification. Basically, each student here maintained 2.0 overall GPA. We're good. Each senator here. And since we are close to election for executive board, I'm going to mention that. And it's required to be enrolled in 12 credit hours. Be a full-time student. Make sure you're going to be here for 2 semesters and maintain 2.5 overall GPA. It used to be 2.0, that's what we changed that semester. It's going to be 2.5, and for president and vice president position, you guys need to be former senator at least for 1 semester. And this president duty, vice president, secretary, you guys can all read those. Page 5, senator absence. I'm going to read this for all the senators here. Senator absence. It's not permissible for senator to have 3 unexcused absentees during the period of 1 semester. Unexcused absence shall be defined as failing to appear without prior verbal written notification to executive board or student senate advisor. At student senate general assembly meeting, executive board meeting, any committee meeting to which he or she belongs, as well as other required senate event as determined by the president. Any more than 3 unexcused absence may be granted for removal unless there is a vote of majority of the Senate to excuse such absence. Religious observation are automatically excused, as well as Johnson County Community College sponsored activity. After the first unexcused absence, the secretary will contact the senator via an email, notify the Senate member with a reminder about the absence policy. After the second unexcused absence, the secretary will send a warning letter in the form of an email to the Senate member in a violation of the absence policy. After the third unexcused absence, the result will be removal of the Senate member from the student senate via email. It's all based on email. You guys need to check your email at least once a day. What else do you have?
Impeachment.
No, just nothing to read that. I'm just gonna talk about it next time. We're not gonna just change. And basically, you guys need to read this at least once. And
More than once, it should be next to your nightstand. It should be what you read at night, instead of reading, I don't know, for whatever you're reading these days. What is it, Twilight, Harry Potter, whatever. The Constitution needs to be there, like it is for the rest of us, so. Parliamentarian?
that's all I want to mention.
Sounds good. Any questions? How many of you have actually read the Constitution before? Be honest. It's been a while. Well, that's also one of your homework assignments that I'm going to give you all, is to read your Constitution. As senators, I think it's incredibly important that you just don't serve the school, but you know what the guidelines are in case you have a break of rule and we ever have to throw you out, you know what you get thrown out for. If you want to throw us out, you know how to throw us out, or anything else pertaining to that. So on Monday, we'll kind of go through a quick little synopsis of the Constitution so we kind of are all on the same page. And really what I think, since we're stressing the email, I think this would probably be a really fun thing for the for the secretary, is to send out a Constitution quiz and probably see how many people pass it. But this is us trying to get you to know more about your school and more about the Senate and the workings of it. So I look forward to seeing who can pass this and who can't. Emir. With that said, we'll now move on. Thank you, Mr. Parliamentarian. Appreciate it. To Mr. Vice President.
Yes, and now that we have these guidelines for all senators and then also for us, the exec board, you can now know what it will take to run for exec board, our positions, for next fall. And I know maybe a few of us might be saying, but if you look in here and you have any, or if you have any questions, feel free to contact me or Mindy or any of us, and we can kind of help you out. But as far as that goes, to get elected, we have to have an elections committee, executive board election committee. And so, just by a show of hands, how many of you guys are interested in actually running? This isn't official, but how many of you guys are interested in running for executive board for next year? Okay. Well, thank you. So, if any of you guys are interested, this is kind of like, this is where the, kind of have to like situate or where people can go. Committee, if to be on the committee, you can't be running. So, for all of you people that aren't interested or don't meet certain obligations, then you could be a part of the committee. And what I ask of you guys is to, of you that didn't raise your hands, to email me a schedule, kind of what your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday would look like following spring break. That's when the voting processes will begin, and we still have to discuss what week it will be, but it will be after spring break. And we'll just kind of go over the guidelines and then certain time periods where you guys could kind of switch off, kind of tag team and take care of business. Because last semester, I know there were a few of us that were up there for long hours, and it's not the most exciting. It's exciting, but you just to have it kind of equally dispersed between us all, it kind of lessen the burden for everybody. So, just it.
I'm pretty sure that it's mandatory for all senators who aren't running to serve on the election committee at least once. No, it is not. I'm sorry, I lied. Obviously, I need to put the Constitution back at my nightstand.
We just need 5 senators.
I was getting there. Sorry.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll need at least a minimum of 5. The more the merrier, and the much merrier. And it will be between the hours from 9 to 2, so 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then there's a break, is then you have like the later classes that come. And there's 5:30 to 8. So there's a wide range of time, and you guys all look like you really want to do it. So make sure you contact me, and we'll work everything out. That is it.
Any questions about e-board? Really, a big thing that was stressed last year when we ran was if you're going to run for one of our positions, we would appreciate it if you kind of got in contact with us and let us know. That way you can shadow us to see what it's like, that you get a feel for exactly what we do and how we do things. And besides that, I think the Vice President did a very well job.
Question?
Yeah, where? Oh, yes.
I don't want to put anyone on the spot or anything like that, but is there any senator not planning to rerun for the
You mean
position?
any of us?
Yeah, any of you guys,
That
any
are not.
e-board member.
I think there were 2 of us that are staying.
I'm leaving.
I'm not sure. I'm also-
Okay.
This is a not sure. I'm at the point where I'll probably stay one more, and then,
Bye-bye.
so,
Some curiosity.
I plan on running for dog catcher this time around. So, it's a much easier job. With that said, Mr. Vice President, thank you very much. We'll now move into executive board announcements, and we'll start with the treasurer on executive board announcements. Mr. Treasurer.
All right. Well, we have a new meeting time, and that's gonna be on Thursdays from 12 to 12:30. And I know it's a short amount of time, but we can get a lot done. And the room is to be announced. I'll email that out to everybody. I should have to figure that out by the end of today. And our first meeting will be this week. All we're gonna do is discuss how the budget committee works, and we're just gonna talk about all that stuff. We're not gonna look at any presentations from any groups. That'll be next week. And we're most likely gonna look at the multicultural night, people coming in for invisible children. That's all I have for now.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vice President.
Yes. For Interclub Council, we had a pretty good showing last Monday. So we now switched from Wednesdays to Mondays at 5 to 6. So if any of you guys still need any committees to come check out, this would be a good one to come to. This next week, I think we plan on having big brothers, big sisters, and have a little presentation. Besides that, Paul Kyle, a dean here on campus, is getting together for a civility committee. And pretty much what this is there's some sort of, I guess, gray area between kind of how people interact with each other, whether it be student to student, student to teacher, professor, staff, the whole network right there. So what this civility committee is just trying to gauge certain aspects. When is something too much as far as people, I guess, arguing, yelling, or one, just like demeaning things. So what I'm doing is I want to see if there's anyone interested in coming with me to that. Mindy will also be there, and I just kind of wanted another student voice to kind of go along with me. It would be February 8th, I think, is it 4 p.m., Mindy? It's 3 or 4 on February the 8th, which I think is a Wednesday. Yes. So, just let me know after Tuesday. Let me know if any of you guys are interested, and I'd happily bring you along. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Parliamentarian.
Next Monday at 10, it's going to be Green Committee, and there was going to be speakers, and we have a guest who's like the lady who's in charge of SSC. She's going to come and talk to us about all those huge green campus-wide projects. That's all I have.
Mr. Secretary.
As far as PR goes, it's looking like there's a possibility tomorrow of it being a snow day. So I just want to remind everybody that the school's closed because of snow. We're definitely not going to do a PR committee thing. Also, if you guys haven't already looked at it, you might want to take a look at the school's homepage. There is a link there where you can sign up for text message or email alerts for things like whether closing, if the school's closing early or not going to be open the next day at all. Also, looking for someone else to serve on a committee with me that is it's a new one that's about social media and networking stuff. That's 2 people? Okay, I guess 2 additional people might want to be interested in serving in this committee. It's essentially going to be social media networking kind of advisory panel, as well as a committee to probably actually carry out some of the work. This is kind of a high-profile position that's headed up by Dr. Calloway. So anyone who's interested, send me your name, email, let me know, and we'll pass the information on. That's all I have.
Okay, you need to go back to this.
No.
Okay. Just a few quick things. First off, I want to give a round of applause to our senator over here, Senator Maxwell, for me waking up this morning and seeing you on the home page. It was a wonderful picture. It was a wonderful student spotlight, and it just reinforced in my mind how much of a great leader you are for this campus and how much we really are at a justice for your leadership. And so I want to thank you for that and congratulate you on that as well. And it was a much better picture that they had for you than they had for any of us. So congratulations on that as well too. Secondly, it's a little bit of a tough crowd today, so I guess I'm going to make this pretty quick and short. Fundraising, service and fundraising will begin on Friday at 3. Friday at 3. We will deal with service and fundraising this week, and next week we will go into scholarship. We are in a bit of a crunch. I'm going to be very honest with you. As the school is facing cuts and tightening its spending habits and its belt, so is the Senate. And unfortunately, I hate to see this happen to us, but when duty calls, all we have to do is just roll up our sleeves and get back to work. So with that said, with all of you senators here, I basically will, this is me begging, I guess, without being on my knees. We all got to pull together, and we've all got to get in there and start fundraising as much as we possibly can so that we can make sure that there's money left in the Treasury for next semester for the Student Senate. It wasn't anything on our parts or our doing that went wrong. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And so I really highly encourage for whoever can make it on Friday, please come to the Service and Fundraising meeting so we can get more ideas for fundraisers and we can begin that process here as soon as possible. I will call it somewhat of a little bit of a crisis, but we'll get through it and we'll make the money. It is very serious, but we need you. So I hope I have driven that point home. As far as with emails, as the parliamentarian has echoed and also the secretary has echoed time and time again, you all need to check your emails. I can't say how many times this has become a frustration for all of us in our executive board meetings when no one checks their emails, and we have valuable, very important information going out to each and every one of you in these emails. We don't know what more to do to try to get you to check them, nor are we going to continue to try to hound you like a dog, to try to, like a police officer to try to get you to check them either. But the only thing we can tell you is to check them. I know for a fact that there were some emails that should have been sent back to us last week. We said last Monday around this time that by close of business on Friday, you all were supposed to have your committees and also contact information to all of us. Can I just get a show of hands of who sent that information in? Okay, so that means that there are a lot of senators who didn't. And those new prospective senators, we're going to excuse you from that, but we would like your contact information and the committees that you think about sitting on as well. That's unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. We don't ask for very much of you in the Senate, but we do expect a whole heck of a lot from you. And if we don't receive something that simple from you, how can we trust you with a much larger task? Now, I know that we sometimes mess up, but we just get right back into the groove of things. We just expect the very same with you. Okay? Right after that, I know I was to make committee appointments today. I will not make the committee appointments today for campus-wide committees. I will wait until next Monday. There's a verdict out on some appointments for the student sustainability, but also your new committee with Dr. Callaway, the social media committee that we're waiting on, trying to make those appointments. And when we have those, I will make a proclamation and sign it, and then also have them passed out to each of you as we are appointing you to those committees by next Monday. So I still have some people to get in touch with about that. And as far as that, I think that is about it. I would like to welcome Andrew back, because he's back with his trusty handy-dandy camera, which the parliamentarians really happy that you're back, as you can probably tell. But welcome back. We're glad to have you. We missed you last Monday, and we're happy that you graced us with your presence once again.
Glad to be here.
Oh, give it a week or two, that'll change. I know we haven't been as busy lately, but we'll start picking up some things in the next couple of weeks here. I'll now move into advisory announcements. Mindy?
Just a reminder on Senate t-shirts, if you're wanting to purchase one of those, it is $5 and it's due by February 10th. Because I'm in and out a lot with meetings, you can check in at the front desk and they have the sign-ups there, and they can write you a receipt if you need one as well.
And these shirts are also going to be on sale for everyone on campus, so they will cost $10 for everyone else, because we do some dirty work here, so we take care of business. And so be sure, if you guys have any friends that really are student Senate enthusiasts but can't not make it here, to get a shirt and advertise ourselves more. That is it.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
That's it for me.
Dirty work. Thank you, Mindy. We're going to make one announcement with the parliamentarian.
February 21st is going to be JCC Seagull Talent Show, and the best talent's going to get $300, second $150, and third $75. I know all of you guys have talent, and I know Corey can go with his gavel, John facial hair. I mean, ignoring people 10%.
Oh, it's coming
I don't know about you, but no handles to you guys. Mindy worked with Corey, and I'm gonna give this to you guys. And movie of the week is gonna be Despicable Me, Thursday and Friday.
Sometimes I wonder how we got on this board, okay? I really do. Thank you, Mr. Parliamentarian. I highly encourage all of you to try out for JCC's Got Talent. I wonder what we can do.
And JK cares is
We always
Shut up.
the Golden Boys.
We could bring out the Golden Boys.
I'm not gonna be here that day.
Jeremy, you're the golden one, the most golden of us all. I think that'd be a good idea. Fellas, bring out the golden boys.
And the shed,
We can split 300. I'd like to see this one in skirt and boots. See how that would go. All right, we'll move into open forum. Thank you, Mr. President.
I want to take a quick minute to remind everybody, attendance sheet back on the back table. This is going to be the new thing. Every time you come in, the attendance sheet, sign in and grab your agenda and copy of the minutes. So if you haven't signed in, please make sure to sign in before you leave. Otherwise, you'll be counted absent.
I also want to make another quick note, really quickly, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news today, or the down Susie dumps, or whatever they call it, but, I mean, hey, that's what you gotta do. I think I made it I understand that everyone goes through difficult times throughout the year. I understand that. I want you all to know that I really appreciate the service that you all have dedicated to this school and to this community, and it's much appreciated by everyone else here on campus as well. But let's not forget that you made a commitment to serve a full term here on the Senate when you were elected. I really, 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 really cannot stress this enough. A huge pet peeve of mine. Cannot stand getting emails talking about senators who want to leave and resign. Can't stand it. I hate it. My thing is that I hate quitters. I hate quitting myself. The only thing I ask of you is that if you have a problem with something, please come to us. We can help you with anything. Anything. We can help you stay on so it doesn't have to come to you resigning or us getting another email about somebody planning on to resign. So as I did last semester, I think you all are well aware of this, who was here last semester, I'll do it again. If you want to resign, let's just get it over with today. Although we really want you to stay, we need you, we can't do this without you. But if you're going to stay, we're going to expect for you to be here for till the very end, with all blood, tears, sweat thrown into the Senate. Is that pretty understandable? Is that good with everybody?
Sure.
So, last chance, there's a door, so I don't have to get an email about it. If not, we're good. Okay. No, you cannot go. Stop. I think that's it. Oh, town hall meeting is coming up on February the 9th. It is the first town hall meeting of the semester. So you know what that means. Everyone has got to be there. If you cannot be there, you know the procedure with that. Please talk to Mindy or myself or anyone here on e-board. But we do expect to see you all there at the town hall and also publicizing the town hall. You are required to bring how many people to the town hall this time? 3. How many people?
10.
Don't listen to him. Don't get you in trouble. He only goes by 10 because he's waiting to get 10% out of the budget. That's why we're broke.
I'm just saying 10 minimum.
10 minimum?
It's a lot of people,
That's
Sam.
a lot of people.
Okay, so everybody bring 3 and Sam can bring the 10 minimum.
Fine with me.
That's fine with you. Sounds good to me then. I can't wait. I know that you'll bring them. And we will not have a Student Senate General Assembly meeting on the 21st of February because we will have Junior Senior Day here on the campus that we're helping out with. So just because we don't have a meeting does not mean that you all suddenly disappear like church mice. That means that you will just work the Junior Senior Day and be available to Casey Wallace as well as to the juniors and seniors coming to see our beautiful campus. Okay? Yes, sir.
Will you be able to provide us more information about what we'd be asked to do for that so I can send that out to everybody?
Yes, sir, and I will provide that with you February the 7th, which would be next Monday's meeting.
Sounds good.
Anything else? So, yes, ma'am.
When was the town hall?
The town hall is February 9th, Wednesday, February the 9th.
What time?
What time is at 12? We are changing rooms. We will have the room for you in an email sent by the secretary when he sends out those wonderful constitution tests, which I can't wait to see.
It's still RC 101, it's just they're opening the doors to get both rooms.
Oh, okay. Baller stats.
On the menu.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
He's asking for me.
Yes. We won't have a DJ this time, I'm sorry. But John sings really well, a really good Madonna song, so if you can ask him to sing music or Like a Virgin or holiday, he'll bust one out for you. I do believe that is it. Yes, sir.
In all seriousness, from all of you guys, we're trying to expect, and just same goes to us, so just trying to be on the lookout of things going on campus as far as any situations that might be arising between fellow students, anything that pertains to the college, and it's kind of what open forum is for, so just trying to keep your eyes open, ears open, smells, when you smell really bad, we'll take care of those.
So, and another quick note, really quickly, we're gonna be out very early today. Just to let you know, this was discussed last time, I had not, it was discussed between the secretary and the advisor and myself, I had not made a quick verdict on it until now. You have until today, close of business, to send in your contact information and your committees. And if it's not sent in by close of business today, then that will count as a unexcused absence.
Who would you like us to email?
You already got, I have it for you guys.
Yeah, for those who have already sent it, you're fine, but if you could send those, for those of you who have not sent it, you can send that to the secretary and he'll forward it on to myself, so we know exactly what's going on. It's time to step up the game, peeps.
As far as the, this is directed towards Jeremy, but as far as the social media board meetings go, was there a time on that yet, or is that not? Is it still up in the air?
Sure. What usually, when it comes from Dr. Kelly, usually what will happen is that we'll provide him with the names, and then they'll work out the scheduling of the time around your schedules.
Gotcha.
So just, we need to know who's gonna be on that by the end of this week, Friday, close of business, because if not, that's not gonna look very good for us. So when the secretary hounds you about that, I expect for you all to hound right back.
Just in case, because of this position, if people are gonna come onto this committee, I want people who are not going to be afraid of speaking in public or speaking with authority figures or anything like that. So, and especially if you have any kind of technical knowledge about all the different social media network things that have more of a technical aspect, that would probably also be a good mix to add in there too. From what I understand, it's pretty much an advisory, an idea board, and we may actually get some projects to actually do some work on. So, want people who at least know what a computer is, how to make an image, stuff like that, have seen Facebook before, stuff like that. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about whether or not you want to be part of that.
You all right? Sure. Was it his joke about heart? We get dirty.
Well, since the attention's on me right now, just so everybody knows, I brought hummus and baba ganoush and some pita bread for everybody, so.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anything else? Wait, there's one more thing I forgot about this too. I had to ask this question. Is there anyone who's interested in working in our nation's capital for the summer, making money, and also undergoing a leadership training for 3 months straight and working for the federal government? Anyone at all?
I would say that's a possibility.
In service to your nation.
Can international?
Please keep your hands back up really quickly.
Can international students make it?
No.
We can't?
No, Sam, you can do it. I'm kidding. All right, I will forward you the email.
It's out of the students.
Yes.
I had a question, that you have to be on the student senate board, or can
No.
you be a student?
You can just be a student.
Okay, I'm interested in that then.
You have your email address? Can I have your email address?
Please, John.
Okay, forward it to me.
I give it to you if you would like it, so.
I'll take care of it.
John can take care of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank
worry
you.
about it.
All right.
And I believe that is it. You gotta read the Constitution.
All right.
Anything else? All right. With that said, I'll now take a motion from the floor to adjourn the meeting. Second?
Second.
All right, you all take care.